All right. Well, Chris is not joining us. He's not home. So let's just get started with this live action Cowboy Bebop episode. Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh,
What was
who
that?
wants to start?
Yeah. It seems like you have something ready to go there, Nate.
I'm just ready to talk about the comparison of episode 5 and the last episode.
Oh, you did watch episode 5.
Yeah.
So
Anime is so much better.
we're not really discussing the episode itself. We just wanted to know your opinion on the song.
Oh, the anime is so much better. So much better.
So the woman singing instead of the dude singing is better for that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, like, she does still sing it when he's falling out of the window.
That's a different song.
Isn't it part of the same song?
No, it's a different song. It's a different song. Yeah.
But either way, that whole scene in the fucking live action was just like the reason why it was cool is because it was an actual conflict between him and this guy. In the real life show, it was a conflict between him, this guy, totally twisted around, and his whole fucking crew of people. And he doesn't even fucking kill fucking Vicious. Or kill Vicious. He like in the anime, he throws a grenade, right?
Yeah.
As he's falling out the window, and you're just like, oh shit, fucking Spike did it again. And in this one, it's like his fucking girlfriend shoots him.
Yeah, it was the characterization of Julia in this live action was just a complete just murder of the original character. Why? It was so bad.
I straight up, like, at first, I started liking the guy who they cast as Vicious.
Seriously? He was always the worst.
At first, like, I mean, like, right away, I was just like, okay, he kind of looks like the guy a little, but I was just like, whatever. And then, like, once he started talking, like, in the second scene you see him in, I was like, dude, this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And then, like, he just sucked.
Yep. This is a whole thing I was talking about before, how if you cast the role specifically just for the appearance, you're going to have a bad time. You got to have someone who can actually perform. It's just like with so there's the Jack Reacher movies, and the character of Jack Reacher is supposed to be this huge motherfucker, and then they got Tom Cruise, who's short as shit and not really that big, but he's a good actor. And then with the Jack Reacher show that's going to be coming out on Amazon, they got this big motherfucker who like actually fits the physical description, but he's a terrible actor. It's just terrible actor.
The second Jack Reacher movie was garbage.
The second one was absolute trash.
I'm not saying that the movies were great. I'm just saying that the actor was good.
The first Jack Reacher movie was kind of good.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise did do good. Yeah.
I'm just saying that your point doesn't make the most amount of sense because...
No, I'm just talking about the character. I'm just talking about the role itself and the person and the physical, personifying that
physical
role.
Description. I liked what's his name as Spike.
John Cho.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the whole time I was watching it, I was like, I kind of don't like him.
He's too old. He's too old.
Spike was super tall, and he had like that deep, almost like gritty voice. And John Cho was just John Cho.
Yeah, my opinion was that this was like Spike Spiegel if it was played by Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely... Spike was a bit off of his... Like, there were some parts where, like, okay, yeah, no, that's totally Spike. Like, when he's hanging off the roof, and he's like, yeah, is Jack going to be able to pull him up, or is he going to fall and die? And he's just like, I'm going to light a cigarette.
Lights a cigarette. That was, like,
That's totally Spike.
Moments like that were really good. And then I felt like they forced the overplay of the fact that, like, Spike was always eating and stuff like that.
Yeah, and... The whole thing of calling him Fearless, that was not in the anime at all. They just like, oh, let's give him a different name.
Yeah, this guy's called Vicious. Let's call this guy Fearless.
So fucking stupid. And the biggest just offensive thing that they did with this is that they didn't have Cowboy Andy in the live action.
That's true, yeah. They show his name and you're like,
Is he going to show up? No.
No. Okay.
I don't know. The only thing I can say that I truly loved about the live action remake was when you see his ship.
The Swordfish 2 or the Bebop itself?
No, the Bebop was cool, but the little swordfish when its wings fold down and he flies off, I was just like, yes. Like
I was a
the
little
coolest
pissed off that they didn't. So like in the show, in the anime they each have their own ship. Like Jet has the Hammerhead, Spike has the Swordfish, and then Faye has that ship. I can't remember what it's fucking called, but they only gave Spike his actual ship. Jet has a fucking trike, and Faye has this other ship, and she eventually gets the same ship that she had in the anime in that one episode with her mom. Which actually I was kind of okay with that episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I like that little bit of characterization and backstory for Faye. Other than that,
about the show,
what's that?
is that the formats of the episodes were 45 minutes instead of 15 minutes, like with the original the anime.
22, but sure.
Same thing. They say 22 on it, but how much of that is intro and outro?
Considering it's anime, probably about 5 minutes of it is intro and outro.
So that's why I said 15 minutes.
No, 22 is runtime, and then it's like 24 minutes with intro and outro, something like that.
Okay. But what I was getting at is they had more time to do little backstory things like
and they didn't.
Well, they kind of did. If you look at like the second episode, like the Tijuana one, and compare it to the Tijuana episode in the anime, like they had an actual time to set up and give you a feel for it, as opposed to just. And I watched the anime one after I saw the live action ones, and it's literally just like a couple of backdrops on a screen. It looks like it doesn't have the same feel at all.
Yeah,
still preferred the. Well, actually, I gotta ask Jeff: did you prefer the anime over the live action?
Of course, I prefer the anime over the live action. I'm just saying the
just
live action isn't as bad as people make it out to be.
I gotta say though, the casting for Jet was great.
Yeah, Jet did a great job.
That Mustafa Shakir guy was as great as Jet. He had the delivery.
I mean, Faye wasn't Faye anymore, but I liked Faye.
Well, so the thing about Faye is that, like, again, it was a thing where they can't really cast for her appearance just because the proportions that the character has are just kind of ridiculous. But I think her attitude, like the attitude she brought, was kind of like Faye, who she just really doesn't take shit, kind of wants to do her own thing all the time. But I think they just kind of didn't do great with her character beyond that.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought I thought Faye was fine if it wasn't Cowboy Bebop, if it was his own show. It's a good character. But like when you try and call it Cowboy Bebop,
it falls apart.
Weird. It does, yeah, like this, because like there's nothing jazz about this Faye Valentine or really any of these characters except Jet. And it's just like, like it's fine for whatever this show is. If this show wasn't Cowboy Bebop, it's weird.
I don't like how they introduce the characters together. Like in the anime, Faye comes along in like what, episode 3 or 4 or something like that, probably 3, and they have like a little story with it. And this one, she's just kind of there in Tijuana, and she and Spike fight. And it's just like, why did she?
They were going for the same bounty.
Yeah, I didn't like it. And then also the intro episode, like the intro to the first episode was basically the intro to the Cowboy Bebop movie. And it was just like, why would you do that? Just stick with what you had that worked, and then you can do that later.
Yeah, like this felt like a very almost like CW, like you know how CW has like their,
no, the actress who played Julia, I think, has been on like a bunch of CW shows. In fact, she was also on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, so like the thesis statement for like the anime Cowboy Bebop was like the work which will become a new genre itself will be called Cowboy Bebop. Like that's the thesis statement, and I'm like, this is CW show on Netflix. Like that's what this show was. I don't. feel like we're missing the space jazz a little bit.
I feel like if Chris were here, he'd be disagreeing with all of us and be like, I loved it. I loved everything about it.
Probably.
Because that's Chris.
He'd probably just, he'll probably, like all of us, we took the little bits that we liked. Like, it was fun to watch.
It was
But
fun to watch.
But I did have, like, my gripes throughout it. And for somebody who didn't watch the anime, I can see it being an even more enjoyable show. But because we all watched and loved this, and how many times have each of us watched and loved this and know all the little details, we're going to watch the show with a fine pick comb,
Yeah.
You gotta look at it like Cowboy Bebop is 25 years old now.
It's pretty old.
This brings at least a new generation can watch it and this live action and may go back and watch the original one who would never have watched it before.
I mean, maybe. I mean,
because of
They're
that.
both on Netflix now, so
yeah, it is listed as one of the most popular animes on Netflix ever since this show came out.
Got some new viewers thanks to this
Part of me almost hoped that it wasn't going to get, like, canceled. Or
that's right. When we told you were a little pissed.
Because to go off what he said is, like, this brings it to a new genre. And who's to say after this first season 2 would come out and they would start to maybe
Fix things?
fix things, just play this show and run it at a better rhythm in comparison to
Then it
the
really
anime.
would feel like a CW show, because I think with the Arrow show, like the first season, people complained about like, hey, this character would never have done this stuff, and then in season 2 they start fixing it.
Maybe,
You know?
but
Who's to say they couldn't have?
if we were gonna
Who's
get
to
ending
say-
credits Radical Edward for a whole season, I probably would.
Oh man, that Edward introduction was that was rough.
Bite bigger.
But who's to say the cancel note thing? It wasn't just to drum up more publicity for the show anyway.
Either they're gonna pull a little Family Guy or Arrested Development, be like, no, it's canceled, it's gone, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
the
look,
shows
public
were-
outcry.
Those shows were actually canceled though. Like they were gone for like 5 years,
Yeah.
and then it was like, oh, people actually really liked it. That's weird.
Netflix takes 5 years to put out the next season, even when it's not canceled.
That's true.
I don't know how I feel about Ein. Perfectly cast, but how hard
Yeah.
could that be? But then they put a fucking projector in his head.
Dude, what the
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And they
I
changed
started
his,
glowing, and I was like, "What is happening?"
and they
here?
tied him to that Pierrot guy, and it's like, no, he had his own thing.
Yeah. I do think that episode was pretty good.
The Pierrot episode.
No. The guy who kidnaps the dogs.
Oh,
That was pretty good.
yeah, it was okay, but I think the Pierrot episode was also not too bad, because I mean it's just some guy with a French name who kind of kills everyone. Really hard to fuck that up.
Still cooler in the anime, though.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Like that's one of those things where like I think the anime version's too cool to ever adapt to live action, and trying kind of takes away from the scene. But I don't know.
You know what I thought the entire time watching this show? Please God, don't make a live action Trigun series. Like,
That would probably be really bad.
the whole time watching this, I was like, they're gonna try to remake Trigun. Watch. Like, I'm sitting there like, okay, who are they gonna cast as Priest?
They could actually cast Ryan Reynolds as the main guy.
That's Vash.
Yeah, but like,
I think he would love it, because then he would have to play, I forgot the other guy's, Knives. He'd have to play Knives as well, and he'd just be playing against himself. Ryan Reynolds would totally love that.
see, I could see Ryan Reynolds as Knives. I can't see him as Vash.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
They look the same.
I'm
They
talking
look
about
the
just-
same, and they're both
Here.
like sarcastic and goofing around.
Yeah, but character wise, like Vash, yeah, but Knives did it different. Vash was always like nice.
Nice
He was
guy?
always like he was always like the church going guy almost, like just
But
that
don't
way he
forget
was
Ryan
kinda
Reynolds
standoffish.
got big in like Van Wilder. Like
Yeah.
God,
There's
that
that
movie's
whole-
so
he can play
old.
he can play the dopey guy too.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
would they cast as like priest? You know?
What, Priest or Wolfwood?
I
Nicholas
know who
D.
I want.
Wolfwood?
Yeah, Nicholas. I just call him
I
a
would
priest.
I would want the guy from The Boys. I forget his name right now.
Which guy from The Boys? There's so many guys from The Boys.
Murphy.
Boys
Wait,
and Riddick.
Oh, okay. I get
Yeah,
you.
the guy with the beard. What's his name?
Dredd.
God,
the guy
he's
from
such a
Dredd.
good fucking
Carl
actor.
Urban.
Carl Urban. Yeah, Carl Urban would be. A
Oh,
fun priest.
dude,
I can see it.
he would be good. Damn. All right, now I kind of want to make him. I love that guy so much.
He's pretty good
Got
in
it.
things, yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to go watch Dread again.
That's a take.
I still haven't finished watching that movie. I really need to go back and actually watch it because everyone says good things.
It's fucking Carl Urban fucking owns that role, dude.
And he doesn't take off the helmet.
Yeah, and he's just, dude, he is fucking badass in that movie.
Who
I
else
did
is
like
in that
that.
movie?
Dude, I love it at the end when like
Carl
fucking-
Urban.
he fucking throws that bitch off the cliff, and like as she's falling, as soon as he
Spoilers.
does it, he's already like turning around like fuck you, like I don't even care anymore.
Cool guys don't look at explosions, man.
Like, oh, it was so good. That whole fucking movie is fucking gold.
Okay, actually, I completely forgot. Nate, you said that you haven't finished Cobra Kai, right?
I don't think I'm done with season 1.
Jesus Christ, man. You've had so much time.
I mean, dude, I know. I've been fucking
What do you
Casey.
mean?
I just built Casey a fucking gaming computer, so we've been playing video games together,
That's fair.
and I've been watching.
because we were going to take a poll, actually, if we wanted to do a compound episode here of Cobra Kai and Cowboy Bebop. But
we can
if-
just talk about the show because I've
I
got some
can't.
opinions.
I can't stay. I couldn't make it past episode 2.
Dude, like, part of me is like, this is kind of cool, awesome, and part of me is like, nope.
See, every fiber of my being viciously hates Cobra
It's
Kai.
it's over the top cheesy.
That's the thing.
Get
That's,
it.
it's
I
the
hate
thing.
that. I hate that.
It's fucking they're literally trying to play like the same story just on a grander scale. Dude, at the tournament when they're all like little flashbacks and it's like, oh, I'm gonna teach him this, and fucking, you know, Cobra Kai Kid is like, cha, to the first dude he fights. I was just like, really?
But then you have the little
I don't
moments like whenever Hawk is on screen and he does something, you hear the Hawk in the background screeching.
Dude, Jesus Christ. That kid was so cool at first. And then him at the fucking tournament, he rips his shirt off and he's like doing this and his tattooed away. I was like,
part.
I was sitting here like, dude, somebody fucking slap this kid. Jesus Christ. And then the dude, oh my God. The kid that fucking, what's his name, is training his first student at Miyagi-Do Karate. The little fucking long-haired fucking
Yeah.
Up and Suds fucking skater team.
Yeah, Johnny's kid.
Oh, don't.
I
insult
cannot fucking stand his entire being in this show.
I don't think he's supposed to be
His
likable.
fucking hair, his fucking face, his goddamn cheesy smile, Mr. I'm prettier than everybody. I want this kid to get kicked in the face so fucking bad on this show. Repeatedly. Is that bad?
No, it's fine. So you got to the tournament in season 1.
I'm at the part where fucking Mr. Original Cobra Kai Master has walked in, and now he's trying to take over.
Okay, so you
And I'm
finished.
just like,
You're on season 2 then.
oh, is that season 2? Oh,
Yeah, you're on season 2. But speaking of the
Stronger person than
tournament,
me.
speaking of the tournament, when they're introducing like all the people who are in the semifinal, and that one guy starts to talk about like,
oh my God.
and he's like, kick that pussy in the face.
Oh man.
There
There
I
are
watch all
moments.
of them. There are parts of the show that are really entertaining, and then there's parts of it that I'm like,
it's super
just skip
corny.
this ahead 10 minutes.
They're so cringy. Like,
Great.
you know what I can say though is fucking what's his name, Mr. Cobra Kai Sensei. I can't remember the
John
name
Kreese?
of the actor. He is doing a good job actually acting in his role. Like, he's doing a good job. I think he's the best actor on the show right now.
John Kreese is the best actor on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably he's the oldest one on the show.
Like, he's going through like real dilemma, but he's handling it and he's like trying to learn. Like, you can see his character growth. Everyone
He's
else
not
is
talking about
just
John
filler.
Kreese. He's talking about Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
Okay, I thought you said Mr. Cobra Kai's teacher. I was like John Kreese.
No, Mr. Cobra Kai.
No, like the main guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
the main
okay.
Cobra Kai guy.
blonde.
So
hair,
yeah, so yeah, Johnny's
Johnny. He is acting well. Like, you can see his character growth. Like, he is doing the best job on the show.
You should
Everyone
totally
else is
keep
just
watching
fucking,
then.
Yeah, everyone else is just fucking. Don't
If
ruin
you got
anything
nothing
for me.
else to do and you have a TV playing in the background, I'll put the show on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit down and watch it. But
I couldn't watch it.
That's why it's kind of hard for me to just be like, okay, I got to get to season 4 because it's not a show. I'm just like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
It caused me to like physically whinge every time anybody talks. It's amazing how painful that show is.
It's great.
It's hard to get through.
there's some parts that are really cringy and hard to get through. And then there's some parts where you're like, oh, this is really entertaining for like 20 minutes.
Just wait till you get to Stingray.
Oh, yeah, that guy's terrible.
I don't actually hate the parts where it's just the blonde guy, but the second like another character sets foot on screen, it's awful. Like when the kid goes to like the high school lunchroom or whatever, because I literally couldn't finish episode 2. He's like in the lunchroom and he's like trying to like talk with like the nerd kids. And then there's like the popular girls at a table across making fun of him. I'm like, this is fucking Degrassi shit. Get this fucking shit out of my fucking face. I hate every second of it. I didn't watch it when I was 12. I'm not gonna watch it when I'm 32. Oh my god.
It's bad.
It's so bad.
I
It's
never saw
supposed to be,
Degrassi, so I
though.
don't have anything to go on here.
I don't know, Ralph Macchio trying to talk to his kid and was like, man, fuck everything about this. This show exists.
Ralph Macchio looks old as fuck. I'll say that much.
Yeah, he does. And watching him try to do kung fu is hilarious.
Like Johnny at least looks like he can still kind of handle himself. Ralph Macchio's like, no.
I don't got it.
He's got like a limp too.
Ralph Macchio's old.
He's got like, yeah, he's got like some actual physical problems. And you can tell, like, when his character is just walking around, you're just like, guy just pigeon
I
leg.
know, he kind of looks like he's going through chemo or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they also did throw him off a cliff in one of the movies. He's been through some shit.
He's just really good at character acting is what Andy's trying to say.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
Oh my god! And when he fucking comes in at the diner and he's like, "Oh yeah, after I left Cobra Kai, I went to Desert Storm and blah blah blah, and then I trained SEALs. It was all under the table." I was like, "No, it fucking wasn't."
Well, that's the thing you're going to learn about
It's a
John
fucking
Kreese.
bullshit ass backstory.
You're going to learn about John Kreese. You're going to be like, oh, no, that's a lot of bullshit comes out of that guy's mouth.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's hard. I don't want to watch anymore, but I know you're gonna make me.
Well, the thing is, it seems like we've just discussed it now on this episode instead of waiting until next week. So now we have to have a discussion as to what are we going to do for next week? Or not next week, but next episode.
I have an anime
Well, I
I
don't-
really want to make us all watch.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking read anything.
So no reading.
Excuse me.
Can we just do Book of Boba? We're all going to watch that anyway.
Say again, because you
Watch
broke up.
what?
I said, can we just do Book of Boba? Because we're all going to watch that anyway.
Burger's not going to watch it. Burger hasn't even fucking watched The Mandalorian.
Bro.
Burger doesn't do Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send.
I don't do Disney stuff for the most part.
I mean, I'd be totally down for Book of Boba Fett, but I don't think we're going to be able to convince the other two.
It wouldn't
I mean,
be
we could
over
do-
by then anyway.
Yeah,
would it?
the season's not over yet anyway, so.
We could do a whole nother episode right now about Spider-Man. Probably. I think everybody's seen it.
I haven't, but I could probably
okay.
read it.
Nate, have you seen Spider-Man yet?
Yes.
Okay. Or we can save Spider-Man for next episode.
Yeah.
It's up to...
Is that enough time for you to watch it, Jeff?
Yeah.
All right. I fucking just put a video in WhatsApp. You guys gotta go watch it like right now.
In
Just since-
WhatsApp? Yeah, so
Yeah.
Jeff can't see it. Why didn't you just put it in the Discord?
Oh, I already shared this.
Oh, did you? Dude, I thought this was the funniest thing.
Oh, no, yeah. Plus, also, I mean, did you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Me?
I've watched
Haven't
the
watched
fuck out- That is like literally that in The Office is what I put on.
Oh,
when I'm
that's your
painting
background noise?
fucking
That's your white
D&D
noise?
miniatures.
I could only ever watch Parks and Rec one time through, but I've watched The Office like probably 3 times through.
I've watched
Can't
both
stand either of
shows.
those shows.
I know you
Or
can't.
any
sir.
of those shows.
Well, then, sir, you are not.
Well, Jeff, you also
You
don't
know,
like
the funny.
Seinfeld, so get fucked.
I don't like Seinfeld.
I will never watch Seinfeld.
You guys are
Can't
terrible
fucking
people.
stand that show.
All right, so, but are we good for Spider-Man for next episode?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more excited to talk about the teaser after that fucking.
All right. Well, that's it for today, then, guys. Thanks for watching.